It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Saturday, the 29th of November. I'm Michael Groff. It's another glorious day, not only here in the valley, but pretty much statewide today. Temperatures will remain above average. Sunny to mostly sunny sky. We'll continue that trend tomorrow. Some increase in clouds across northern Arizona late tomorrow night. A weak weather system will be passing through the Intermountain West, clipping across the Four Corners. That could give a couple of snow showers to the northern part of the state tomorrow night, but otherwise dry with slightly cooler temperatures coming in for the first part of this upcoming week. Are we still looking at some unsettled weather later on in the forecast period? We'll talk about that, plus so much more as we dive on in and discuss. First, the Almanac from yesterday. Another warm one out there. 77 degrees was the high temperature officially in the valley after a morning low of 53. 71 and 49 are the averages for this time of year. And as we take a look outside right now at 10:30 a.m., mostly sunny sky across the valley, 63 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 44, relative humidity 52%. The winds are light and the barometer is rising. Satellite picture out here across the west. We put this in motion and you can see the main storm track remains well to the north of us. Pretty prominent system there across the Plain States, and that's what's producing that big winter storm across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. But here in the Southwest, you can see hardly a cloud to be found. That's going to be how it is for the rest of the day today and tonight. The watch warning map, those winter weather advisories and the winter storm warnings extend from South Dakota and Wisconsin eastward through Iowa, parts of northern Missouri, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and yes, even into the eastern Great Lakes. We could see some snowflakes there too. It is a big mess. Out here in the Southwest, though, anything but. It is very, very quiet. We don't even have an air quality alert issued for today. We had one yesterday. We'll keep an eye on those elevated fine particulate matter levels here, those PM 2.5 levels, though, because more air quality alerts may need to be issued down the road here. Now, the convective outlook, we've got the marginal risk of severe storms over parts of Texas and Louisiana. There could be some gusty winds with the strongest storms there. The tropics, well, tomorrow is the last day of the hurricane season officially in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, the Gulf, the East Pacific, and it is quiet and should remain so. All right, the precipitation outlook, this is valid through next Saturday morning from the WPC. Rain amounts in Phoenix, we might see as much as 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little bit more than that for the favored upslope areas. And that is with precipitation that is expected in here later this upcoming week. And we're going to talk about that and everything else right now as we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run. This is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet up. All right, there's that trough, that short wave across the Plain States, and that's cranking up the snow machine from parts of South Dakota, Nebraska, eastward through the Great Lakes. But out here in the Southwest, heights remain just a little bit above average. So what it means down at the surface for the rest of the day today, how about sunny to mostly sunny sky, high temperatures once again in the mid-70s this afternoon. And that is above where we ought to be for this time of year, but just by a few degrees. For tonight, the sky is clear. Overnight lows will mainly be in the 40s to low to mid 50s, depending on where you are in the valley. And then for tomorrow, it's basically the same story. Sunny to mostly sunny sky and high temperatures in the low to mid 70s in Phoenix. We'll start to see slightly cooler air coming into northern Arizona with the approach of a weather system passing through the Intermountain West. And again, this system, the tail end of it moves across the Four Corners. So tomorrow night, there might be some isolated rain and snow showers across northern and northeast Arizona. But even if that occurs, it's not going to amount to a whole lot of anything. So the chance of any precipitation there only in about the 20% bracket. And down here in the lower deserts, we're not going to see anything with that system. Now on Monday, temperatures will be down a couple of degrees. Highs upper 60s, low 70s. Just another glorious day. The sky will be sunny. The air will be dry. It's the same story on Tuesday. Highs right around 70, maybe holding in the upper 60s. And again, sunny sky, dry air. Wednesday, another system is dropping in from the north. This one a little bit stronger. And there's some model uncertainty here, some forecast uncertainty. There's still an upper low that's shown to perhaps develop off the Southern California coast. These systems may consolidate a little bit at some point as we go into Thursday and Friday. The European AI shows certainly a much more robust rain event here by late this coming week. But at this point, the forecast doesn't look all that great for precipitation. We'll paint in a slight chance of showers in here on Wednesday. And high temperatures, they'll be in the mid to upper 60s, maybe the warmest desert spots around 70. And again, slight chance of a shower on Thursday as well. And there might be just a hint of some mountain snow as well. But again, probably not going to amount to a lot. At most, looks like about 1/10 of an inch of rain. Now, we'll keep an eye on this, see if it changes. Again, the Euro AI definitely paints in a more robust rain event. But even that isn't some alarming amount of precipitation, not like some of the events we've seen over the past couple of months. But it could turn out to be a slightly better rain event. But at this point, we're keeping the forecast pretty conservative. Let's keep it going. This is Friday. And again, conditions look to be pretty quiet here. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Temperatures mid to upper 60s. Pretty typical early December weather here across the Southwest. A week from today, this is Saturday the 6th, and that system now moves off into the plain states. Some negative height anomalies to the north of us. The flow aloft will turn more zonal around here, so conditions pretty close to what you would expect. A few clouds around, temperatures near seasonal averages. This is Sunday the 7th, and again, conditions look quiet, a fairly zonal flow here. Temperatures close to seasonal averages within a degree or two, one way or the other. And as we take a look out 10 days, this is the greatest day on the calendar, Monday, December the 8th. And again, quiet conditions continue. A quasi-zonal flow is in place. Maybe a weak wave is going to pass through, and that's going to be about it. Other models are pretty much in agreement with this, although they show more of a ridge off to the west and a northwesterly flow aloft, and temperatures a little warmer than this. But either way, temperatures near to slightly above seasonal averages look likely here for this period out here toward next weekend and that following week. Now, let's take a look at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble, and this has really come down quite a bit, now showing the ensemble mean at about 1/4 of an inch. But the Euro ensemble continues to be elevated here over 1/2 an inch. The Euro AI ensemble is obviously the highest of all of these, closer to an inch, with the control member way up there, just out of control, again, running up in the, 2.5, 3 inch range. And so we'll keep an eye on that, but obviously, the Euro AI has been trending the wettest. It has remained so. It had really come down in some of its previous runs, but is coming back up again. And some of the individual members here are at 2 and 3 inches, but you also have other members that are at 0. So it has the highest model spread as well. But right now, I'm definitely thinking that we're going to be entering into a drier period here over the Southwest. Could that change? Sure. That's why we do these videos every day, to keep you updated on that, but that's just how it looks right now. Temperatures off the national blend of models trending down, but really, for the most part, these are still actually just ever so slightly by a couple of degrees above seasonal averages. CPC outlook for the 8 to 14 day period, looking at temperatures out here across the Southwest and much of the West, if this is right, trending above seasonal averages. And precipitation, at least here in Arizona, is still, according to the CPC, going to be skewed slightly above average for that 8 to 14 day period. Not really seeing that, based on modeling right now, but they have maintained this forecast, and we will see how that plays out. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. And should you happen to enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you're really enjoying what we do here and you want to support the channel, well, of course, by all means, please do so. Click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. Make a contribution to us that way, or via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is our PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. Our Venmo is also linked up down in the description below, so consider utilizing that as well. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my OAO, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle, check her out. Blogs, videos, everything Michelle related, Kylie related, Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description below. So consider giving that a look. And our streaming station available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun over there. And check out Dan over at the Courtroom Files YouTube channel, The Courtroom Files on YouTube, courtroomfiles.com for all your Courtroom Files merch. Dan has a lot of awesome products, a lot of awesome merch that he sells. But hey, even if you're not into the merch, he's got a great channel with just, 100,000 videos. I don't even know how many videos he has on his channel, but it's an alarming amount of videos. It's content that could keep you going all the way through the holidays. If you're snowed in, if you're in Des Moines, if you're in Okachi Lake, if you're in some godforsaken place like Kenosha or Madison, Wisconsin, or Rhinelander. Well, it's probably not snowing that badly in Rhinelander, but wherever it's Racine, Wisconsin, if you're just stuck out there because it's just snowing like crazy and you don't want to go out, just stay in. Watch Dan on the Courtroom Files YouTube channel. You might say, well, Mike, who in the heck from Wisconsin or Iowa or Minnesota or Indiana or wherever would be watching these videos? We have viewers from all over the place that watch us, not just folks here in Phoenix or across Arizona. We have international viewers. We have people that watch us from Australia. We've heard from people in India and Bangladesh. And we had to have a map of all the places we've heard from various people that watch us across. We have viewers from England. So it is a diverse group that apparently is interested in weather out here across the Southwest U.S. And why not? It's a great place to be, especially right now. We have bragging rights because, we certainly don't have that in July. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. All of your continued support. It is amazing. It is so greatly appreciated. Please, I want you to be safe and have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Saturday.